Welcome back, student. Today we are going to see the next topic, next unit, Unit 2, Introduction to CFL, Context Free Language. Okay, so here, what is the context free language or context free grammar? What is this? This is nothing but context free language generalized over the class of regular language. Whatever our regular language, it will be generalized context free grammar. That is, every regular language is a context free language. So this is important because previous in the first unit we have saw the how to make the regular what is regular expression, what is regular language. All the regular language is a context free language. Every regular language is a context free language. Here in the second point, the reverse of this is not true. That is, every context free language is not necessarily regular. For example, as we will see this 0 power k 1 power k associate with k greater than or equal to 0 is context free but not regular. As we saw in the previous class, pumping lemma. Okay, what is the pumping lemma? With the help of pumping lemma, we check this condition: is it a regular or not regular? But as we said here, every regular language is a context free language, but here is not a regular language. This one is not a regular language. We already did in the last video, in the last lecture, that with the help of pumping lemma it was not satisfy and it is not regular, but this is context free language. We can see this is a context free. How we will see, and I will show you the example related to this example. 0 power k 1 power k associate with k greater than or equal to 0. We will solve this. Okay, next, many issues and questions we ask for regular language will be the same for context free language, like machine model, PDA is going to study in this unit. Descriptor, context free grammar, we are going to see the context free grammar. Next, pumping lemma for context free language. Already we did the pumping lemma for the regular expression, and now here also we can do for context free, and the closure of context free language with respect to various operation, algorithm and condition for finiteness or emptiness. So these are the thing, like you can see the repeating name, pumping lemma, closure. This in every like context free grammar, if you go to regular language, okay, if you go to finite automata, DFA, NFA, this kind of name you will listen, but the little bit it will change the concept. So in every unit, most of the time you will find the closure, it will same, but it is a using of that, it is something different. We will see that. Next, some analog does not hold example. Non-deterministic is a PDA. What is PDA? Push down automata. Makes a difference, and in particular, deterministic PDAs define a subset of context-free language. Okay, PDA makes the difference. In particular, deterministic PDA define a subset of context-free language. How we will see this? We will only talk on non-deterministic PDA here. So in this context-free language, just we will talk about non-deterministic push-down automata. Okay, and here the some informally, a context-free language is CFL, is a language generated by a CFG. With the help of grammar, we can generate the language. What is CFG? We are going to see. And a CFG is a set of rules for deriving or generating string or sentence in a language. So as I told you, language, whenever we see language in the ALC, that is not about like a programming language or something. That is a normal language. That is normal language. That is, we can say, set of strings. Set of strings. Okay. So CFG is a set of rules for deriving or generating a string or sentence in a language. How to drive, how to find the, how to follow the rules, we will see that. A grammar generated a string, whereas a machine accepts a string. A grammar generated a string, whereas machine accept the string. Okay, so in this way we need to complete the CFG. Okay, so here the example of CFG is a simple way. Already it is a rules, means consider this is a rules and we are driving derivation from here. Okay, deriving string in a language. Okay, so here already it is designed. What is sentence? Sentence is noun phrase and verb phrase. When we combine these two, then it will become a sentence. Okay, what is noun phrase? What is noun phrase is nothing but it is a pronoun. It is a pronoun. Third one. Third one is noun phrase. What is noun phrase? You can go with the pronoun or you can go with determiner or common noun. Okay, you can go any one of these two. So here in the equation 4 we have proper noun John, and in the equation 5 proper noun Jill. Okay, John and Jill. So here in equation 6, common noun. What is common noun? Common noun is like car or hamburger. Okay, any one of these you can select whenever we have to derivate from the context free grammar. Okay, what is determiner? Determiner is a article. Determine is article, that is the. Next, verb phrase is verb and adverb. It is two. What is word phrase? Verb. Okay, verb. So you can take any one of these, verb, and adverb, or you can take verb. What is verb? Is drives. Verb eats. Adverb slowly. Adverb is frequently. So this is a 15 equation. From this we have to derivate like a sentence, noun phrase, verb. Okay, noun phrase, verb. It is from the equation 1, from this equation. Next, noun phrase. What is noun phrase? Noun phrase is pronoun. Okay, noun phrase is pronoun. Pronoun and verb phrase is same. So what is pronoun? Here in these two, any one of these you can take. So here it is taken Jill. You can also take John. You can also take John. Okay, next, what is next? Next is verb phrase. What is verb? Verb phrase is two, verb or adverb or verb. Any one of these you can take. So I am going to take this one. Okay, to increase the sentence. Verb phrase is here verb, verb and adverb. Okay, and what is verb? In the verb you can take any one of these. So here it is taking drive, so take the drive. Okay, adverb. Adverb you can take slowly or frequently. So it is taking frequently. So from where the equation it is taking, that is written here by 15, by 12, by 10, by 5, by 2, by 1. Okay, in the same way, in place of this you can write John, in place of this verb you can write eat. Okay, in place of this you can write eat. It in place of adverb you can write slowly. Okay, and here you can add the common noun. Okay, or in the noun phrase just we have taken pronoun. Okay, in place of that if we have taken this one, determine and common noun, so determine will be like this will come, and common noun car will come. A car, okay, it will come like a car drives slowly or frequently, like that. So this is a common sentence. From here CFG we drive the equation. Okay, we drive the sentence. So this is a simple example. So here we will see the what are the consist of CFG. Then after that we will see how many tuples are there in CFG. So what is this? A set of replacement rules, each having a left LHS and RHS. A set of replacement rules. Okay, there will be two things, LHS and RHS, right hand side. Two types of symbols, one is variable, another one is terminals. Remember this. Okay, one is a variable and another one is terminals. Next, LHS of each rule is a single variable, that is non-terminal. LHS of each rule is a single variable, that is no terminals. RHS of each rule is a starting of 0 or more variable and terminals. Strings consist of only terminals. So what is this terminal and non-terminal? You will see like terminal is nothing but you can go further, you can solve the terminal, whatever the terminals are there. Non-terminal means that is a variable. Okay, when we see the problem at that time you will easily understand. Next, so here CFG has a 4 tuples. Okay, and G is equals to VDPS. What is V? V is a finite set of variable or non-terminal. Okay, a finite set of variable or non-terminals. So non-terminal is nothing but like a set of strings. Okay, it's like a set of strings. Set of string. But terminal is nothing but like a sigma, like symbols. Okay, like a symbols. Terminal is nothing but like a symbols, and non-terminal is nothing but like a set of string. Okay, this is a difference between terminal and non-terminal. Next, T. A finite set of terminals V and T do not intersect, do not use same symbol. This is our sigma. Okay, we cannot use the sigma symbol for both. Because of that, we are using V and T. Okay, V and T. And what is this P? P is like a delta. A finite set of production. This is production. Each of the function A is alpha, where A is in V and alpha is in V union T closure. V union T closure. V union T closure. Okay, note that alpha may be epsilon. Okay, maybe alpha is a epsilon. So What is the production rule for here? Here V union T closure. Okay, next. Last one is S. S is a starting non-terminal. S is in V. So whatever the V is there, in that S is available. So here CFG has a 4 tuples. First one is V, T, P, S. What is V? V is a finite set of variable or non-terminal. What is T? T is a terminal. Okay, finite set of terminal V and T. P, what is P? P is a finite set of production. Each of the form A alpha A, A is alpha, where A is in V and alpha is in V union T star. So if you want P, you need to perform this operation. S, starting non-terminal is S. Okay, so this is 4 tuples of context-free grammar. We will see this example. Okay, as I told you in first, this 0 power k, 1 power k associate with k greater than or equal to 0. So here, as we have the 4 tuples, G is equals to V T P S. So G is equals to, what is V? V is S. And what is T? T is 0 and 1. And PS, we need to find the production and we need to find the S. So here, first step, based on this equation, we can write S is 0, 1 and this is S. So as per the equation, we will write like this, or just simply S is 0 S, 0 S1 or epsilon. Any one of these you can write in place of S. So this is 1 and this is 2. Okay, in place of S you can write 0 S1. In the same way, now we will see the derivation of this grammar. So here we have the grammar now and we need to find the derivation. S is 0 S1. This is equation 1. Okay, if S is epsilon, then there is no use of S, so you will get 0 1. Okay, this is 1. The another one is, if we have 0 S1 in equation 1, we can add here 0, here 0, equal number of zeros at the left hand side and the right hand side. So here I am adding 1, here I am 1 1 1 symbols, here 3, here 3. So at the last, same thing, S is belongs to epsilon. So if we epsilon, this is the final answer. So here, not the G generate the language 0 power k, 1 power k associate with k greater than or equal to 0. So here, this is like as I told you, this is with the help of pumping lemma. This is not a regular grammar, regular language. Okay, but this is context free language. This is context free language. Did you understand this? Once again I will tell you what we did here. We have the CFG, we derivate from this CFG. In the same way, here we have the CFG S 0 S1. S is epsilon. So in place of S, I can take any one of this. Okay. So here S, when first I apply the epsilon, then it will be 0 and 1. S is removed. S is 0 S1, 0 0 S1 1. Equal number of symbols we are adding at the left hand side as well as in the right hand side. In next step also doing the same thing. So how the equation will be like this is same, 0 power k 1 power k. Okay, so this is about this equation derivation. Next example. Okay, g is equals to abcs and abc p and s. So what is this abcs? This is v. And what is this abc? This is terminal, and this is p and s. Okay, you have to remember this v t p s. Okay, so here what is the CFG here? If S is ABC or A is small a and capital A. So what is this production? How we are getting this production? Like as we said here, V union T. As we said here, V union T closure. Okay, VT. So here is this one is a T and this one is a V. Okay, in place of A you can write small a capital A, or you can write epsilon, and in the B you can write small b capital B, terminal, non-terminal, and epsilon. And in the C also, this is a terminal, non-terminal, small c capital C is a epsilon. So here we need to derivate. Okay, so here first ABC in the equation 1. Okay, from this equation 1 we got this. Next, S is equals to ABC equation 1. Then in the second one, A small a terminal ABC, terminal ABC. Okay, next here A in place of A we are substituting the value A, and here also we will get A BC. Okay, now in the next step I am applying the epsilon. When I epsilon, this will be removed. This 2A will be as it is, and BC. So what is B? B is small b and B. What is B? Small b and capital B, terminal and non-terminal, like this. Then after that we applied this epsilon. When we apply the epsilon, AAB, now the C is there. Next, AAB CB CC. In place of this C I am writing C, small c and capital C. Okay, this is we got it. From here, if C is epsilon, so this is our final answer, that is AABC. AABC. Okay, in the same parallelly here we will get epsilon or we will get AABC, any one of this, AABC epsilon. Okay, in the next class, so here how the equation is generating here: A closure, B closure, C closure, A closure, B closure and C closure. Okay, so here generation of derivation tree. How? This is the last slide of this topic. A derivate tree or parse tree in order to rooted that tree that generally represent the synthetic information a string derived from a context-free grammar. So here the S is there, x1, x2, x3, x4 and so on. So how the representation? Root vertex must be labeled by the start label. Vertices labeled by a non-terminal symbol. Leaf node is labeled by a terminal symbol or epsilon. So in common words, you can see non-terminal means you can go further, means you can do some operation. If it is terminal, if it is terminal, after that you cannot do any kind of operation. That will be the last. This is a simple way to remember. Non-terminal means like something, equations are there, based on that maybe it will go further. Terminal means that is the last stop, like epsilon. Okay. So if S is x1, x2, so on xn is the production rule in CFG, then the parts tree or derivation tree will be as follows. There are two, this one, okay, as follows is nothing but this one. There are two different approaches to draw a derivation tree. First one is top down approach and next one is bottom up approach. Starting with the starting symbol S. Every time there will be a starting symbol is S. Goes down to tree levels using production. Okay, this is a top down approach. What is bottom up approach? Starting from leaf node. Starting from leaf node. Produce upward to the root, which is the starting symbol S. Okay, with starting symbol S. So this is about the CFG. In the next class, we will see the leftmost derivation and rightmost derivation. Till then, thank you.